Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Hasbro in their Marvel Legends X-Men line, we are featuring Marvel's Kid Omega, who belongs to the Chode Build-A-Figure wave. Alright, so if you're unfamiliar with Kid Omega, he's also known as Quentin Quire. He was first introduced in the pages of New X-Men, maybe at least 20 years ago. He was created by writer Grant Morrison and initially illustrated by, I believe, Frank Quitely. Kid Omega is currently in the pages of Uncanny X-Force, and that's the Krakoan security team led by Wolverine. A very popular character, and for me, I'm excited that we finally got an action figure of Kid Omega. But there's a part of me that really wished we got an action figure of how he originally looked when he was much more of a rebel youth and looked a lot more punk rock. And he was kind of sporting that Magneto was right t-shirt. Great looking figure nonetheless. And I have a feeling that if you're a customizer or a kit basher, this body here would be perfect just because it's completely bare without any accessories. On the back, we have included with the action figure our extra pair of hands, his psychic shotgun, and also the torso to the Chode Build-A-Figure. Let's get this out. So this figure came out months ago. It's just now that I'm getting around to reviewing it. Here we have the Chode Build-A-Figure piece, which is ginormous. I can't wait to complete this guy. It'll be nice to have him next to Corsair, and hopefully down the road we'll get more of the Starjammers. And we have Kid Omega, also known as Quentin Quire. The facial expression's pretty decent. I kind of wish they kind of gave him maybe like a little smirk, because if you read the comics, he's a very arrogant character, kind of like a know-it-all. He's kind of infatuated with the Stepford Cuckoos, and I think in the pages of Uncanny X-Force, I think he's dating Esme. I think that's the girl he's seeing. It's a really well done figure. And here's some of his other accessories. We have his, let's get this in focus first. Just give me a moment, my camera's not cooperating. Here we go. Yeah, so here we have his psychic shotgun. If you've read the X-Men comic books, you'll know that some of the telepaths, they have like psychic weaponry. Most notably like Psylocke with her psionic knife. Kid Omega kind of takes a page from that, except his is a shotgun. Much like other telepaths in the pages of X-Men, not only is he a telepath, but he also has telekinesis as one of his powers. And he is an Omega level mutant, hence the name Kid Omega. That's a nice looking figure. You know, I think it's great. Here he is next to, let's do a comparison. I believe he uses this, this is the updated torso. So here's the previous skinnier torso, and we have the Darwin figure. So you can see the improvements, especially like in the ab cut. Over here, Darwin has the older style ab crunch, where Quentin Quire has the diaphragm cut, which allows him to like rotate, swivel, and also crunch a little bit forward and arch back. The crunching forward, it's not as far as the older design, But I think it's pretty clean and it works really well with this figure. His head's articulated, as are his arms, and then you'll notice the butterfly joint. There is no waist swivel. You get that kind of movement at the mid-cut. Legs kick up, they kick outward. He has a thigh cut. Pinless design, double pinned knees. He has a cut for the boot and ankle articulation. Overall, it's a great figure. I have a feeling, you know, this might be a character that's not necessarily recognizable from non-comic book reading fans. But if you read the comic books, you know. And it's really cool that we finally got a Quentin Quire. But like I said, the figure I really wanted was, I was kind of hoping that they'd give us the punk rock, younger youth version of him. Much like when we were first introduced to him, like almost 20 years ago, or maybe 20 years ago. You know, I'm very fond of that lineup of X-Men. You know, what's also kind of disappointing is that the hands they give him, they're just stock C-grip hands, and there's no trigger finger. And which is kind of unfortunate because the shotgun, you know, it's slotted for that, and you can't get a nice comfortable fit because you can't get that finger into the loop, and that's for both hands. So that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, you could be crazy and attempt to cut, you know, one of the fingers and create a trigger finger for yourself, but I don't know, it's gonna mar the figure. Overall, fantastic figure. Again, it's well worth a purchase, especially if you're a fan of Uncanny X-Force or New X-Men. He's a great character, and I hope he's still around as of this video. I don't want to spoil anything, but he's recently appeared in the pages of Wolverine during the Sabretooth War, and things aren't looking too good for Quentin Quire. Let's just say that. Alright, so let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.